Hi, welcome to Quantum Heart Awakening. My name is Karen. I am a transpersonal educator, spiritual coach, and oracle. Today we're going to drop in to do a divine masculine check-in. So for the overall quick little snapshot, we have this music card in reverse. So for me, anytime I get a music card that is speaking to vibrational frequency, so masculines, you're being called to drop into musical self, whatever that looks like for you. Listen to your favorite music, write music, sing music, compose music, whatever relationship you have with music, you're being called to sink deeper into that right now. You know, music is one of the things that is the fastest way to shift our frequency. And music, when we listen to it, it really takes us back. It could, it's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a time portal. It could take us back to a person, a place, or a thing, and all of a sudden we're right back there. Maybe it's a song from when you were a teenager, and all of a sudden you're transported right back to that moment when you first heard that song or when you used to enjoy that song. So masculines, there's something here about really honing, tapping into this kind of, I'm going to call it like a little bit of a trap door to dropping into this pure frequency, this source frequency, right? Any music that gets you closer to a vibrational match, to feeling joy, feeling loved, feeling free, right? Sometimes music can just strike those chords that really allow us to unplug from our daily life and really just ground in the present moment. Okay, let's see what's in the unconscious. We have effort. Is that what that says? Yes. Effort in reverse. Yeah, I mean, masculine. So remember, this is the unconscious position. So this is what's being pushed. Sorry, I didn't realize it was in the light. This is what's being pushed into the shadows right now. So, I mean, it could go either way. Is there something that you are aware you need to take effort on that you're not taking action on? Or is there fear, or do you need clarity about something that you want to put effort into? Okay, let's drop in and see where we go. Bear with me while I shuffle. Okay. All right, masculine. So we're dropping into looking at your vibrational health and wellness essentially. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I felt called to shuffle so many times. What do divine masculines need to know? What are they working on right now? What is blocking them from being a vibrational match to authenticity, to joy, to freedom, to sovereignty, to play, to sweet, precious innocence? Anything you want to share with us, Spirit? All right, time for a nap. I swear, did the feminines also get this card from a different deck? I can't remember. It was yesterday's reading, but wow, this is funny. Okay, we're getting some repeating cards from the feminine. So feminines also got a leg up, but it was in, I'm just going to stack these cards like so. It was in reverse for feminine. So we have yin energy in reverse, TikTok, and Y. And Y. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to... Okay, let's see. All right, let's start on the right here. So simple message, masculines, that the more you take time to rest and recuperate, the more you will have a leg up on this journey, right? And sometimes even you might be being called to rest with music. When's the last time you listened to music? My favorite thing is to clean and put on music. For some reason, it makes cleaning go by super fast, and I love it. And I just read this thing that it said, try to listen to at least 15, I think it was a neuroscience article. I might be totally making this up, but I did read this, that try to listen to at least 15 songs a day, because it takes that amount of time to kind of adjust your frequency. I mean, that I know we could adjust our frequency in like seconds, so I don't know how they were measuring that idea, but that is what I heard. So yeah, maybe it's time to bring some music into your nap time or into your right before bed, unplug from all devices, and maybe just listen to some music or something that will help you kind of ease into it. I also you could listen to music while you're cooking or in the car, when you're in transition, when you're brushing your teeth. There's something here about finding new ways to kind of inject these moments of joy and opportunities to shift your vibration. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we have this Y card in reverse. This is my seeker card, right? And then we have the yin. Okay, the message I'm getting here, I'm getting a couple messages. Okay, I'm going to look at this, and this is my goal here, right? As I interpret these messages, as I receive guidance, as I find my own intuition with these messages, I'm always cleaning and modifying and enhancing my lens, the lens to which I can attempt to view the highest and best possible interpretation of these messages. So, right here on the left here, again, yin in reverse and TikTok. So there's no rush with your feminine journey, masculines. Now, this could be your internal feminine, or it could be an external feminine that you've been, orbiting with or walking this long road with. I do readings anchored in the twin flame hierogamy path. So yes, this very well could be your feminine, but there's something here about making sure, masculines, that you're not rushing anything. It's like what's meant for you is meant for you, right? You can't screw it up. So there's no rush here. You're being called to really take your time. Yeah, hold on. Now it's really interesting. Usually I get like 3 threads and I'll get like 3 narratives, but for some reason this thread is doing this. It's almost braiding all of these stories. So bear with me for a moment. Yeah, masculines, this is not a time of asking more questions. This is not a time of seeking more answers. Isn't it interesting? For those of you who've been with me reading these specific cards from this deck, you've heard me talk about the meaning of these flags here on top. So for me, those flags symbolize like a finish line or a starting line, almost of a race, right? When you cross the finish line, there's usually some sort of garland or archway or something, or flags or something. And it's not time to start a new journey, masculines. It's time to rest, right? You already, a beautiful other message coming through. You already have a leg up, masculines. If you're listening to me, you have been probably doing this work, this inner work, this path of illumination for quite some time. Applaud yourself. You are already ahead of the curve. It's like you've lapped your opponents, and I don't really like to use opponents because I don't want to pit you against something else, but you've lapped the others several times. So even if you pause to take a rest, to take a nap, you will still be ahead of the curve, okay? Okay, let's get some of these cards. Anything else for masculines? Anything else for masculines? Whew, this energy, it's not intense energy, but it is very, when dogs get the zoomies, that's what this energy feels like. It's very kind of sporadic and very energetic. We have, that's interesting that I brought that up. And we just got this Earth Guardian card, stay rooted and grounded. It makes sense, right? Masculines, you can't really rest and take a nap if you have the zoomies, right? If you have the if you're jumping out of your skin and going a mile a minute. So you're being called to make sure that you are grounded as you take these next steps forward. Remember what I said, it's not a time of asking more questions here. It's funny how this works. As I'm shuffling, I'll just share a little behind the scenes of, it's really funny when Karen, the human, gets like develops a narrative here, and then Spirit's like, nope, that's not it. And that actually is very comforting to me as a reader, because there's a clear distinction of what's my interpretation and what is Spirit, you know, what is being channeled and what is actually mine, the Karen the human. Anything else? Wow, I'm asking. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for something to come out. All right, what do we have? Okay, we have Medicine Guardian, lots of guardian energy. Masculines, you are deeply protected. Look at all this green and heart chakra energy. So it says, Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information, right? Okay, here's another specific message, masculines. Like I said, this is not a time of asking more questions, maybe because in a time of rest, you will receive the wisdom and the medicine that you need. It's not something that you are meant to go, it's not a problem you're meant to penetrate the world and try to fix and solve. In your time of rest, you will be able to receive. Actually, this is making sense now because we have this yin energy in reverse. So masculines, there's something here also about sinking deeper into your feminine energy, because your feminine energy, your internal feminine energy, is the side, the part of you that will be able to guide you through the process of receptivity, right? The feminine energy is the one with the open hand, and the masculine energy is the one with the, it's like one hand is like this and one hand is like this. So one's giving and one's receiving. So masculines, you're really meant to sink back into that feminine throne and really receive right now. And then we also have Unleash the Wild Within, which is kind of a separate message. Let me see what else we have. Feel loved and comforted. I'm going to put that in with the receiving messages. And then can't make this up, you also received the Release the Old and Rest card. It's an autumn card, and crows. Crows are incredibly intelligent creatures and incredibly, the word just left my brain, but they have incredible memories. They will, in fact, like if someone is misbehaving, if a human is treating the crows badly, they will tell their other crow friends to either screw with that person or avoid them completely. Like they're very communal, interconnected species. And also when you're kind to a crow, so many people develop deep relationship with crows, where crows will bring them shiny little treasures in after people have given them food or something as a sign of thanks and all these things. So yeah, you're being really called to sink back into community, sink back into whatever this resting mode is for you. What month is it? I totally drew a blank. So yeah, so a lot of times I am of European descent, and so Italian specifically. And so I always think about European summers, something in America we just don't have. It would be really lovely if we did. But, a lot of European countries kind of start slowing down in the summer, and sometimes things shut down for 3 months, 2 months, or even just August. So as we're approaching August right now, maybe it's a time of rest and really, taking time to go on that vacation, or if you don't have that much time, just taking maybe a walk on the beach or something, whatever it is for you that will help you really unplug and rest. Okay, this feels like its own message. Let me just keep an eye on that. She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense in this narrative, so maybe it's for later. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Okay, switching decks. Bear with me. Remember, masculines, the overall reading was inviting you to drop into a more joyful, flowy frequency. And hopefully this will get you primed, right? This will prime your nervous system, your energetic system, so that you can start, so that you can have more autonomy over what types of energy you want to manifest in your life. Okay, yeah, beautiful. We have this blessings card. Do you see the mirroring here with the moons? And didn't we have another moon card somewhere? I don't know. And then we have friendship. So this friendship card is another card for me of leaning on your community, masculines. And I just got a very specific message for someone that in your evolution, in your process of transformation, some of you may have lost communities or have vibrated out of communities that no longer resonate with you. And that's okay. So, you could try to find a new community, which doesn't really feel in alignment with this restful time period, masculines. If you kind of stumble into a community, that's beautiful. But another message here is also making friends with your internal family system. All of the parts of self, your inner child, your inner teenager, your young, your young adult, your other adult, your scared adult, all these other, we have so many parts within self, right? So you're being called to come into wholeness in your own internal family community. And then we have confidence, and we also have happiness. Yeah, okay, so very clear message here, masculines. Music is a shortcut to this. Happiness, confidence, something I love, ecstatic dances. I don't know if you guys have one near you. They're popping up all over the place, and I'm pretty excited about that. They used to be very, very rare, and I just love that people are kind of tapping into, oh, this feels really good, and it feels really good to unleash and not care what you look like on the dance floor, because you might be nervous the first or second time you go, but then you realize pretty quickly, masculines, that no one gives a crap what you are doing or not doing. Everyone's kind of, the point of ecstatic dance is to cultivate ecstasy within self, right? So no one's paying attention to what you're feeling or what you look like. So this might be an invitation for you to drop in and really, there's something here about, I'm seeing chains, unleashing these chains. Something about ecstatic dance is, I don't think it takes confidence. I do think it takes a little bit of courage. I remember one of the first ecstatic dances I went to, I didn't know anybody, and it was, kind of weird the first time, and I didn't know what to expect, because there is a standard scope of practice for ecstatic dances, but they're all different. People do all sorts of different things. But so you don't really know what each one is going to be. But at some point, I know music's going to go on and I'm going to move my body. Like, that's all I need to know. So masculines, you're being called to really drop into dance. Listen, if ecstatic dance is too public and freaks you out too much, dance in your kitchen, dance in your bedroom. Highly recommend dancing naked. It's very liberating. So don't dance in the shower, because I don't want anybody slipping and falling. That's just a little PSA for you. What else? Anything else here? Let's see what's in the unconscious. Yeah, speaking about confidence, we have this empowerment card. Another moon. What's going on with these moons, masculine? Moons are symbols of the feminine. Moons are also symbols of the mystery, of that which is hidden, right? The moon comes out at night to illuminate the darkness, right? So masculines, what lies in the darkness? What wants to be discovered? I'm going to invite you, masculines, to cultivate a curious mind here. Sorry, I keep knocking over the camera. I have a new camera set up and I'm debating if I like it or not. All right, anything else for masculines? Anything else for masculines? Oh, I just got Unleash the Wild Within. So yeah, this is referring to music and being free in your body. Listen, masculines, it doesn't have to just be music and dancing, right? Those two go so well hand in hand together, but what gets you to unleash the wild within that is a self-contained activity? right? I know some of you might be saying like being intimate with a partner. I bet a lot of you, that's kind of what you just thought of when I said that. And that's a sacred, beautiful thing. However, you're really being called to rest and go inward at this time. So, for lack of better words, it does not feel like it's time for a group activity right now, a physical group activity. But I just also realized this says she-wolf. Wow. Okay. So another message here that's coming through, masculines, is usually the feminine energy is incredible at flowing and making connections and dropping into community very seamlessly, owning her inner wild woman, claiming. There's something too about women, how there's this really deep interconnectedness. There's this collective experience, this collective wild. It's the reason why Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who wrote Women Who Run with Wolves, it's why that book continues to be like, a very popular, I don't know if it's a New York bestseller, but it had to be at some point. It's still selling copies. It's just, it speaks to kind of this thing that exists within the feminine, this wildness that allows her to be this transpersonal portal between realms, this sacred portal that ushers in new souls on the planet, quite literally births. She is the portal in which new life moves through. So there's something here, masculines, about really allowing your inner wild feminine to come out. What would she claim if you could ignite your wild woman within, masculines? What would she claim right now? What would her desires be? What would she need to sink into her most wild self? Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm not really asking questions while I'm shuffling. That's why nothing's coming out. Okay, for masculines, anything else? Anything left in these messages? Anything else about frequency? Anything else about community, building community, any blocks to community, protection from illness, and heartfelt apology? I'll drop into that in a minute. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else that would support them having confidence in this wildness? All right, that's it. Let's see what's in the unconscious. Let's look there first. Okay, we have ambition. I'm just going to leave it up there. What else do we have? We have heartfelt apology. We have protection from illness. And we have sleep. Okay, masculines. This is like getting ridiculous. This is our third card of sleep and rest. What the heck are you doing, masculines? Are you like running yourself into the ground? Are you burning the candle at both ends? Are you bending over backwards and crossing your boundaries at work or in relationship or with home life duties, or what's going on? You're going pretty hard. And yes, that's honorable. And yes, it's beautiful. If it's something you're passionate about and that is life-giving. However, sorry, I'm getting conflicting messages right now. Okay, let me just think out loud for a moment. So you're getting these conflicting messages, masculines, where you have 3 cards of literal resting, sleeping cards, right? So maybe it's time to evaluate your sleep routine. Maybe it's time to get a little bit more structure around sleep time. Are you waking up at the same time every day? Do you try to go to bed at the same time every day? Or are you on your phone like doom scrolling right before you go to sleep? That blue light messes with your circadian rhythm. So, maybe it's time to get a little bit more intentional about your sleep routine. That's for some of you. And the other conflicting message is that you have this protection from illness card, and I don't understand how it fits within this. Oh, okay. I get it. I just got it. So, by dropping into this frequency, this music, whatever this I'm going to give you homework, masculines. I'm interrupting myself to give you homework. I want you to make a list, or maybe if you guys have Spotify or some sort of music, outlet, I want you to make a playlist of all of the songs that immediately shift your mood, that put you in the best mood ever, that make you feel happy or make you think of a happy memory, that are incredibly uplifting. There's something here that music will help protect your immune system, right? When we can raise our frequency, we are activating our immune system in the best. I'm sorry, not activating, we are strengthening our immune system. I'm very drawn to this hummingbird on this card. Okay, I get it now. There's another message here. Masculines, it's sacred and beautiful that you are so activated and out in the world and penetrating the world and creating things and moving and shaking and doing all these things. It's good. It's beautiful. It is sacred, and you need rest. A hummingbird moves rapidly, right? Their wings flap, I don't know how many times per second or minute or whatever. You can't even see them sometimes because they're flapping their wings so fast. It's beautiful. It's sacred. That's their natural rhythm, right? That's their thing. They have really fast wings, and it helps suspend them and sustain their height so that they could, get pollen from a flower or sugar water from a little bird feeder or whatever. So it's okay. You're moving this fast. You are protected from illness, and your immune system will be able to handle this if you sleep. Your sleep is like, it should be the number one thing on your radar right now. So I don't know what it's going to take, masculines. Only you can know where your sleep routine is lacking. Something else, like, this is a random message for someone. This is so specific. For some of you, you're not hydrating all day, and then at bedtime you're like dying of thirst. So you could even add a little, or take a little Celtic sea salt before you have water. That supposedly helps the cell draw in water. I mean, that's not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, so, whatever, do trial and error with your body, but it does add the minerals back into your body if you're kind of dehydrated in that way. But yeah, make sure you're hydrating consistently throughout the day, so you're not like trying to flood your system all at once at nighttime. Plus, then you're going to get up and go to the bathroom like 100 times, and nobody wants to deal with that. So, okay. All right, I've been ignoring this card right here, and I got to lean into it because I really don't understand. So there's something here, masculines. Okay, let's put the puzzle pieces together. We have heartfelt apology. We have yin and TikTok in reverse. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is a very much twin flame narrative right here. Okay, let me do it this way. If this was upright, I would very obviously say, masculines, time is running out to bring a heartfelt apology to your feminines. Right? That's the obvious choice, but these were in reverse. So masculines, I think there's something else to accomplish before you can step into your deeper authenticity. It's not time yet to bring this heartfelt apology to, I'm getting it now, to renew your friendship with your feminine. And I'm feeling like this is a very external feminine. This is, someone outside of self. This isn't an internal feminine. Yeah, masculine. So, okay, there's something that's going to arrive. There's a piece of the puzzle that will arrive on the other side of this music integration. I mean, try it for like 7 days. Give yourself a 7-day challenge where you listen to music every day. I mean, maybe it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes here and there or whatever. But there's something that's going to unlock in your heart chakra that will allow you to get a more whole or complete scope of a situation so that your heartfelt apology will actually land with your feminine. Yeah, so hold off. If you want to rush into your feminine and kind of vomit out an apology, really take accountability. And if you really harmed her in some capacity, if you really harmed your feminine, this takes precision and intention and a bit of consciousness to bring to this Oh, a bit of consciousness and a hefty helping of empathy and compassion. So, it's really easy when we get an awakening and we want to just rush back into love very quickly, but we have to honor that you're working with the nervous system and consent and boundaries of another human being. So, masculines, if you come in prematurely trying to bring this apology, it might not land. You might not get the response that you want, or more importantly, your sincerity and integrity may not come across, and it might it might activate your feminine in not the best of ways. It might give her more cause to hold her boundaries and keep you kind of at a distance. So we want to make sure that we're showing up in integrity. And masculines, on a kind of a separate note, like, if you're going to bring in an apology, anytime anyone apologizes ever, we don't just want the words, I'm sorry, right? We want to understand that the other person knows and understands what they did that hurt us, right? We want to know that there's some sort of grounding and wisdom that has arrived, so that the situation hopefully will not happen again. So this takes a lot of presence practice. There's a bit of contemplation that you're being called to. A separate message here, masculines, is that maybe dropping into putting on some music and really sort of meditating on this problem or on this solution or on what you want to say and how you want to craft your apology in a way that feels authentic, but also honors yourself and the person, right? We never want to abandon self or another as we step deeper into responsibility and accountability, right? You don't want to just hear someone say, I'm sorry, till they're blue in the face. You want them to actually be sorry and understand what took place. Okay, interesting message. Let's get some, you know what? Forget it. I was going to get some Buddha cards, but let's get some twin flame cards. Okay, anything for the masculines, anything they need to know about their divine feminine, about this twin flame path, about their vibration. Okay, we have breaking through, processing karmic debris. Wonderful. We have Voyager's journey, past life healing. And we have integration, multidimensional healing. Yeah, masculines, this is completely in alignment with what I shared, that it's not time yet. You have a little bit more healing to do, and you have a breakthrough on the horizon. That's what I was talking about this missing puzzle piece. So yeah, be patient with yourself and surrender to this process. Surrender to just the daily work of nurturing and nourishing your own frequency, because you are accessing this healing on a multi-dimensional level and really integrating in a proper way. Wonderful reading, masculines. I'm going to leave it there. I will see you in the next one.